Hey guys, how's it going? Today I bring you all an in-depth look for those of you pet owners out there of a unique product to remember and commemorate your pet by called Cuddle clones. One of the hardest parts of bonding with animals like dogs and cats is at some point in time you're going to have to let them go. Although a stuffed plush animal version of them won't bring back that same physical bond that you may have once had, having some sort of way to remember them by is always comforting, so why not a fun and creative way than to make a plush Cuddle clone of your pet. Alright, so a little bit of an unboxing here. Cuddle clones doesn't waste their money on fancy packaging, so it saves you, the consumer, a bit of money there. It is shipped in a durable double bag design, which you can see here. You got an outer bag and then an inner bag that has the Cuddle clones branding on it. And last but not least, on the inside, of course, is the Cuddle clone itself. All right, let's take a quick overview of this Cuddle clone plush and see what it has to offer. So first off, it's a pretty big plush for what it is. It's about 2 feet long, minus the tail, which you can sort of see here, so right to the end of the feet. And height-wise, it's about a foot, maybe a foot and a quarter tall, right to the top of the head. So for those of you who have a golden retriever, or if you have a dog of similar size, this is likely the size that you would expect for your Cuddle clone plush. So I guess we'll start off with the head. Now the head is obviously a very important part of the Cuddle clone. It needs to be spot on with the details since the face is basically what makes up the look of your dog. During the application process, you do have a couple options to choose from. One of them is the eye color. So in my case here, I did choose brown. They do have a full selection that hopefully matches the color of your eye's pets. And the eyes themselves are made of like a clear plastic with a very well detailed background to them, so they look very, very lifelike. They're stitched on extremely well. They're right into the structure of the actual plush, so they're not something that's going to easily pop off or anything like that. The other option you can choose from with the face is having the mouth opened or closed. So in my case here, I did choose an open mouth. In my opinion, because the open mouth does have the tongue, it gives it more of a lifelike appearance. That being said, for those of you who are getting this with a family of kids or you're gifting this to your children, you may want to consider getting the mouth closed because the tongue here, it's made of some sort of like silicone soft material. Again, looks really lifelike, but at the same time, if anything were to break on this, I would guarantee the tongue would be the first thing because it's a soft material. It's something that, although it's put in there pretty well, but because it's soft, it's something that could be easily ripped out. So if you know you have small children who are going to be playing with this, you may want to consider having the mouth closed. But in my case here, for display purposes, I think having the mouth open really gives the Cuddle clone more of a lifelike look. And the last thing is the nose piece here. It's a hard plastic, just like the eyes. Again, very well stitched on, nothing that can really break it off. And of course, it's very well detailed with the colors as well as the little nostrils that are engraved in. Another thing with the application process is pointing out any notable features on your pet. So one thing I pointed out on the face of the dog is this kind of little slight black curve right above his nose. And you can see they sort of replicated that with the Cuddle clone here. So little details like that, they definitely pay attention to. And if you want to make sure that they do try and mimic it, make sure you mention that in the application process where if there's any notable features of your pet. The last thing I want to touch on with the head, of course, are the ears. So in my case here, I think they did a pretty good job matching the ears. They're floppy. The length of fur is very similar. Of course, the color. There's a little wire inside the ears as well, so you can bend them a little bit and prop them up a little bit more if you want to. So it kind of gives you a little bit of flexibility on how you want the ears to be displayed. But overall, with the facial features of the Cuddle clone, I gotta say they did a really good job at mimicking the look and features of OV. Moving downward, I did add one little accessory to this Cuddle clone. This didn't come with the Cuddle clone, but I think it'd be a pretty cool idea if they included this as an option. But I bought this collar at PetSmart as well as a matching tag, and it fits around the Cuddle clone pretty well. So I'd say it looks pretty nice. Some guys might think it looks a little bit over the top probably, but otherwise I think it just adds a little more personalization to your Cuddle clone, having a tag with their name on it as well as a collar. Moving down, we have the legs. So the legs themselves, very well proportioned. They do have a dense amount of foam on the inside for the structure and the softer shell on the outside. And of course, you got the soft fur. One feature I mentioned during the application process is to match Ovi's Grinch-looking feet. And I think they did a pretty good job. They sold it so that it kind of replicates the paws. They did the same thing on the underside here, which you can sort of tell. And the length of the fur as well as the colors, I think are pretty close to the actual dog itself. Moving towards the back portion of the Cuddle clone, so once again they did an excellent job at matching the colors, the texture, and the faux fur that they have here. So the different shades of kind of golden brown color, darker at the top, little patches of lighter browns and whites on the sides. Now the main body portion here is quite a bit softer than the head portion, so if you have children I wouldn't be too surprised if they use this as a pillow, but it is quite a bit softer. The stuffing is still well evenly proportioned all the way around the back and the sides as well as the top here. And as a quick look at the underside as well, I don't have any pictures of the underside of OV here, which is not really something you take too many pictures of, but you can see they kind of replicated the general idea of a golden retriever with a longer, lighter hair color on the bottom, including the feet here as well. And speak about the feet, so the rear hind legs are kind of tucked in, again, a laying down position. Just like the front ones, there is some embroidery on the top as well as the underside, which you can see they kind of replicate the look of the paws. The Cuddle Clones logo is also embroidered on one of the legs. You can see the CC there. And there's also a tag, which is on the other side of the Cuddle Clone, that has their name on it too. So in this case, OV, it's embroidered right into the label, which I think adds a nice little personal touch. Last but not least, of course, is the tail. So this is your typical golden retriever tail, long fur. It's also very soft and light, as you would expect with most golden retrievers. So it kind of has that wavy effect when you twist it left and right in the air. And one final look on the other side here. So obviously they kind of positioned OV in more of a, not just a laying down position, but one that this is kind of like your main side that you would look at, since the face is slightly angled towards this way along with the hind legs. One thing I forgot to mention as an option is you do have the option of having your Cuddle Clone in an upright position, like in this picture here, or in a laying down position that I have OV here. In regards to which one is better though, it's just personal preference. Durability wise, if you have small children, I would say the laying down position would probably be the better option between the two. Overall, what do I think about this Cuddle Clone? Well, I gotta say, this is a really unique and fun way to commemorate and remember your pet by. The quality and craftsmanship is pretty incredible for something that's just a plush animal. The details are spot on, and Cuddle Clones does their best to, of course, ensure that it matches many of the qualities and features of the original pet. They say pictures are worth 1,000 words and videos a little bit more, but one thing that neither can replace is that physical bond that you have or had with your pet cat or dog. Now granted, a plush animal isn't exactly going to 100% replace that same feeling, but they're called Cuddle Clones for a reason, in that they may help bring a little bit of that same feeling back that you've once had with your pet. Now keep in mind, this isn't like a 1-to-1 ratio or some sort of weird thing like a taxidermy of your pet. It's quite obvious that this is still a plush animal, but designed with features and colors and details to make it look like a plush animal version of your pet. The idea is to create a fun and memorable accessory to remember your pet by, or a way to gift to someone who may have lost their pet. On top of this, purchasing a Cuddle Clone isn't just supporting this business, but also helping to support lost or abandoned pets, as part of the sale gets donated to animal shelters for animals in need. In terms of any cons or things I don't like about the Cuddle Clones, there are a couple of things to mention. First off, the price. These things aren't cheap, with the best sale price I've seen at $345. But there is a reason for the higher sticker price. These aren't mass produced, but handmade with high quality stuffing, foam, and faux fur, on top of being specifically designed and customized to look like your pet. Shipping times can also be a few weeks before you get this in the mail, but because of the manufacturing process of Cuddle Clones, this isn't something that they're going to finish in one day. There's a process of doing one part of the Cuddle Clone and another part, so it is a bit of a timely process to ensure that you get a very good quality end product. In conclusion, for those of you pet owners out there looking for a unique and creative way to remember and commemorate your pet by, you definitely can't go wrong with Cuddle Clones. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions or comments about the Cuddle Clones, ask her in the comment section there down below. Hit that like button, as always helps me out, and I'll see you all in the next video.